Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be your daily tea collective energy update for those guided here. I do consider all my readings to be timeless, so whenever you're guided here is the perfect time for you. Let's get straight into it. As always, I am reading for many, so please only take what resonates for you. Thank you for dropping into the comments, for liking the video, for subscribing, following, all the things. If you know someone that could use some uplifting energies or some powerful readings, please feel free to share the video out. First card we had come out, number 22, master number. The twos speak to polarity, the light and the dark, the positive and negative, and two twos is a balancing of the light and the dark, and 2 plus 2 equals 4, which is creating stability, a foundation. Okay, and we have the divine masculine energy here. The frequency of the divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and our ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. So the divine masculine is an energy of action. It's an energy that we all hold within us. Each and every one of us has both divine masculine as well as divine feminine principles. Three-dimensional reality is based on the duality between the opposites and their eternal movement towards union. Everything's created in pairs, male and female, matter and spirit, empty and full, light and dark, so on. Without the tension caused by the magnetic push and pull of the duals, there could be no movement. And without movement, there would be no life as we know it. When the push and the pull of the opposites is equal, a state of balance is achieved. For humans to live harmoniously with each other, the masculine and the feminine have to reach a state of union, both outward, like in relationships to each other, as well as inward in a balanced state of heart, mind, body, soul. The masculine and the feminine attributes inside all of us, have to be fully realized and understood and expressed in order for this balance to really come forward collectively. And now that we're moving into a new energy, the enhanced qualities of these two opposites in human nature are emerging and urging us to let go of the roles that we've traditionally assigned to the past, allowing a new masculinity and a new femininity to arise. The divine masculine, strong, directed, sensual, and balanced, yet conscious and gentle and compassionate, able to facilitate the expression of the divine feminine. This masculine is focused and active and intrinsically connected to the material and physical world, providing security, structure, and reason. The next card that we have is number 26, empowerment. And the frequency of empowerment, and I invite you to take screenshots of these geometric features. I am going to talk about what some of them actually mean, the shapes. I'm not going to go into every single one because it'll just take too long. So I'm going to go through them and then I'll pick a couple that stand out. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we're all connected through the same source. Number 26 breaks down to an 8, which is the connection to all that is. It's the infinite, the all. And empowerment refers to the process of enabling or giving power to. And we typically associate power with strength. In the new energy, however, strength not only refers to the totality of everything that makes us strong, like on the outside, like our physical form and shape, but includes the inner qualities of wisdom and balance, flexibility, adaptability, and courage. Our true power is deeply rooted in our knowing of who we are, right? Our connection to source and to self. When we're clear about who we are, we can be clear about what we're here to do. It's this very empowering clarity. In the empowerment image, we see human shapes with their arms over their heads, referring to the state of completeness that every human can reach on their own. They also show us the power of our connection because we're all connected to the same source. We can overcome any perceived differences and combine our power towards a more conscious reality. That's what New Earth is. All of the shades and the graduations of the blue here, how it turns into different shades, refer to our ability to express ourselves in the world. Blue is also considered to be the color of truth, and the red in the center refers to our ability to ground and identify ourselves in the physical world. Red stimulates courage and strength and power and determination. The yellow balls emerging from the middle, that flows from our center onto the grid of flower of life, is the basis of our form, the basis of our reality. The next card we have, oh shit, what are we at? We're at 7. All right, if you would like the extended version of this reading, please do make sure you're on my YouTube channel. It's linked in my bio for those on TikTok or Instagram. I'll see you there. All right, coming straight back. Thank you guys again for tapping that like button. It really does help the video to reach a further audience. So essentially, you're participating in the law of equal energy exchange and choosing to support and help others by sharing this out as well. The next card we have is number 28, Gaia. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another. Just like we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. 28 breaks down to a 10, so it speaks of a completion. Gaia is the word used to refer to the earth as a living organism. And as such, she radiates a deep sense of nurturing, care, compassion, and wisdom, taking care of her loved ones and her community. She shares with us through her natural resources of food and light and water. And this sense of community, both small and large, is represented here by the repeating pattern that spreads out from the core of this activation. Gaia is represented in both her water and her solid bodies by the blues and the greens, the as above, so below, This applies to the external world, like the sky, the water, the earth, as well as through the internal world, the spirit and body. So through this understanding of Gaia and connection, we're invited to be conscious of how we walk this earth, right? To realize that we leave a footprint everywhere we go. And we're also invited to find compassion for all beings that are with us on this walk and beyond. Our conscious connectedness creates balance and harmony throughout our whole reality, and can move us forward into an expanded reality as well. So you see this theme here. It's this theme of going within, and this new earth energy is really there's just a huge undertone I'm feeling of this new earth energy. I love it. And then we have number 27, which breaks down to a 9. 9 is manifestation. And fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates this potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. When the long, dark days of winter finally give way to the arrival of a new season, all of existence responds in this glorious expression. Right? The voices of the birds fill the air, the hint of green appears on the trees and plants. People walk with a little more pep in their step, a smile on their faces. Spring is a time of fertility when all of existence is bursting with the potential of new life, a time of expansion and promise. We see it all around us in the outer world, and we feel it inside us and in the inner world. It feels like a grand yes is being breathed over us from everywhere. Usually, the fertility refers to the ability to produce offspring, but in this new energy, we're invited to consider fertility as the potential to grow something new, something inspiring, an idea, a project, a new paradigm. You can take a moment to go inside yourself, contemplate your fertility, contemplate your empowerment, contemplate your divine masculine. See if there's some kind of great or inspiring ideas that maybe you've been holding inside. What is it that you want to contribute to the world? Make a list of all the things that you want to accomplish. If you've already done that, do it again. All right. And then it was interesting how the 4 cards that came out, they all have this very blue, kind of very similar but different energies. It starts here, and then it almost looks like it expands, and you know, it starts with a square, and then it evolves into these circles, and then we have the circles and the squares. So I thought that was interesting. And also where I cut it, it was interesting how these two came out, how it starts dark and then at the end it's very light. So we're going to get into these cards as well. We've got number 43 breaking down to the divine number of 7. 7's a number of analyzation. It's a very spiritual number as well. And in this deck it is transition. And the frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence in our lives, so that we can learn to let go, can learn to surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and with grace. And I feel like we've really been in a huge acceleration of transition ever since. For me, it's been really noticeable since 2017, but I think it really started in 2012. And transition can be described as the passage from one stage to another. However deeply or mildly it impacts our lives, transition always implies change of some sort. And most of us are afraid to change. We want to stay the same. We want things to stay the same. We want to stay in our comfort zone that we've created. Unfortunately, change is the one certainty in life that we can all count on. Change is necessary to allow room for the new to emerge, for the old to pass. Right? Change is necessary for growth to occur. Change is a fundamental universal law. And transition describes this process of change, a time when things are moving and morphing and shifting. And in the midst of this process, it's common for nothing to feel clear or comfortable or safe. Being pushed and pulled from our existing state into one that's unfamiliar is not easy. And the most feared transition of all is the one that we'll face eventually, which is death. The transition from our physical bodies to the world of spirit. And because we have so little understanding of the true nature of our existence and of our connection to the cosmos, we tend to fear death as a perceived ending. As in this activation, the snake is it's a traditional symbol for death and transition in many cultures and belief systems due to its perceived ability to be reborn many times during its lifetime by shedding its skin. And then beneath it, in the background, it shows not only the grid of the flower of life, which is the connection with the earth plane, but also the Merkaba, which is actually the card that came out this morning when I just did a quick card pull, and then I ended up using these cards again just because I felt like that reading was so powerful. So make sure you check out the Merkaba activation that I posted. I just posted it today. So where was I? Yeah, so it shows the grid of the flower of the life, and then the Merkaba, which is a reference to our existential ability to transverse between layers of time and dimensions. The colors indigo and violet and magenta are indications of our deep spiritual connection to the cosmos and to the whole of existence, right? Making any transition just but a moment in an ongoing, infinite journey. It's so beautiful. And then, last but not least, actually, I think I'm going to pull a couple more cards after these, depending on how much time this takes. But we have number 8 again. 8 is that reminder of the connection to all that is, how all is connected, the infinite, the all. Alchemy, the frequency of alchemy. I just love that word. Alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transformation. I think that's what we're going to title this video is the transition of alchemy, or something like that. Alchemy usually refers to the process of transforming matter, particularly that from metal into gold. But in a more esoteric sense, alchemy has been associated with magical transformations that have to do with longevity. It's the word. Magic is as real as we allow ourselves to believe. Whether we aim to transform metal into gold or we wish to find the secret to life itself, the immortality of the soul. When we access the mysterious, subtle, and often undefined parts of ourselves that light us up, we get a real taste of magic. Love is one of the greatest, most mysterious and magical energies of the universe. And when love comes to us and we open our hearts and we welcome it in, true alchemy can work its magic on every aspect of our being. In tantric traditions, it's believed that when two people merge through not only their physical bodies, but with all the energetic aspects of themselves aligned as well, they can reach states of consciousness that have powerful rejuvenating effects and can even open up the door to immortality. These heightened states of consciousness can also be achieved by a single individual. The key either way is intentional, directed, deep states of love that merges all dualistic aspects. It's the masculine and the feminine and others that and ultimately are within ourselves. The alchemy image shows how one become two, or is it the other way around? From the center source, spin the two aspects of masculine, which is the left circle with the upward triangle, and the feminine, which is the right circle with the downward triangle, representing the dualistic world of the physical plane. The bright orange represents the color of our sacral chakra, which is linked to our sexuality, our connection with others, and its freeing effect on the mind and the body. The purple and the violet represent our connection to the higher realms and source, indicating that our consciousness is as much part of the merging as our physical bodies are. And the large triangles refer to the union between the masculine and the feminine, where the upward triangle represents the masculine and the downward one is the feminine. And the number 6 circles, light sources, represents harmony, love, and balance. Take a moment, try this. Take a moment to go inside yourself and remember who you are. Remember that you hold within you all of the secrets of unlimited potential and infinite existence. Did you know that you're magical? That you can perform magical manifestations? You are a great sorcerer. We all are. It's just up to you how often you practice your magic. I think I'm just going to get, I'll get a couple attracting abundance cards to wrap this up. Thank you guys again for liking the video, for sharing it out. If you know someone that would maybe like my work, somebody else that just vibes with you, please feel free to share it out, or if you know any groups that might entertain it. All right, we've got, for love and relationships, we've got grow. Devote a little time every day to daydreaming about all the developments that you want to happen in your relationships. Keep your thoughts positive, constructive, and joyful. Trust that whatever you're dreaming about will soon manifest into your life. And then we've got spiritual growth. Take note. Turn an attractive notebook into your gratitude journal. Record all the daily incidents, no matter how minor, for which you're grateful for, which shows that you're attracting more abundance into your life. The more you write, the more wonderful experiences that you'll attract. I'm going to actually do this. If anybody wants to do this with me, just I think I'm gonna go buy a special notebook for this. I filled up my old one, so I'm gonna actually do this. I'm just gonna go buy a notebook, and then I'm gonna decorate it and turn it into my gratitude journal. Maybe I'll share it with you guys when I'm done. But yeah, what a beautiful, absolutely beautiful, beautiful reading. The transition into alchemy, I freaking love it. Thank you guys again for liking this video, for sharing it out, for commenting. Every time you comment, it helps to spurs the video even more. So for those that are commenting all the time, I love you guys so much. I just can't even express. Yeah. Please do make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. Love you guys.